Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Detroit Tigers and the Boston Red Sox. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go. And our starting pitcher here today, Cutter Crawford.
Well, the big thing is that the way he holds his curveball, it's more of a knuckle curve. And because of that, it's less predictable in terms of the break for the hitter. That makes it that much harder to hit this guy.
All right, ready to go here. And now here's the speed threat, outfielder Matt Vierling. That one finds the zone. And we're underway here this afternoon. Next offering is in for a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Misses outside, and it's 1-2. A wind in the pitch. In the air, out towards left center. Ref Snyder pulls it in on the run. Let's take a check of the Tigers lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and a guy is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. One out, base is empty. In the air, left side. Ref Snyder drifts towards it, puts it away for the out.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 31.
Here's Riley Green.
Riley Green.
And the first offering is not close. 2 outs, base is empty. And there's the strike. The wind of the pitch. Strike on the inside corner. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. And now the Red Sox get their turn. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back inside Fenway Park, getting the nod on the mound, Tarek Skubal.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Bottom of the first. Now it's going to be Vaughn Grissom. As the lefty gets to work. Pitch misses, and it's 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swings and lines one towards the gap. And that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second. The throw is offline. He's got a leadoff double.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Stepping in for Boston, Rob Refsnyder. First pitch misses. Grissom at second with nobody out. That one misses, and that's ball 2. Skubal, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. Man at second. Right through there for a strike.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
Just missed.
3-1.
On the ground to short, Ibanez. Now the tag at third, and they got him.
Batting third, the third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Devers now. Devers, the baby-faced assassin. He's a left-handed batter who still comes up with good contact and a good average against left-handed pitchers. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. All right, so you hit lefty. What makes it so hard to face a left-handed pitcher?
Left-handers, they just seem to have different arm angles, so to keep that front shoulder in there and really discipline yourself can be tough sometimes. But the guys that do it well, man, I tip my cap to them every day.
And he deals. And that's in the dirt. And another ball. Man at first, one away. Wouldn't chase that time. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Here's Tyler O'Neill. And that one fouled off. Two outs. That catches the outside corner. 0-2 now.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Misses inside. And the count 1-2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. The high heat too much on that one. One left for the Red Sox. Scoreless after 1. Second inning set to go. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Kerry Carpenter. Carpenter measures 6 feet 2 inches. Batting in the cleanup spot, and he's usually in the outfield. Today he's the DH. The pitch. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man on base to start the inning.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And up next for Detroit, Spencer Torkelson. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Second inning here, no score. Now 1-1. Clyde Washington doing the umpiring behind the dish in this one. Sometimes considered a bit of a pitcher's umpire, Singy.
He likes the low ball, which traditionally favors pitching. But, you know, hitters today are pretty good at dropping their barrel down. So we'll see how it goes in this one.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
A couple of singles back to back. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
And here is Colt Keith. And that one fouled off. Runners on the move. Fouled off. He was late. Carpenter at second. Torkelson at first with no outs. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Righty to the plate. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
And a pitch. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Left-hand batter waits.
1-2.
This one in the dirt, but no advance from the runners. Line, and that's a base hit. Here comes the runner. Here's the throw to the plate. It's off the mark, and he scores. And it's 1-0. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Andy Ibanez digs in now. Fouled off left side. Righty delivers. The shortstop takes the ball. Fastball in for a strike, and a count 1-2. And another ball. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Traffic on the bases with one already in here at the top of the second. Next pitch is outside.
3-2.
And the righty deals. Got him looking. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Well, Boog, that's an example of a good at-bat without getting into the hit column. He saw a lot of pitches right there, and that can set your team up for success later in the game.
Zach McKinstry, batting with one down, takes the strike. That's a little bit low.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
2-1.
In the dirt. Runners stay put, and the count moves to 2-1. And that's outside. And that's ball 4.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
1 out, bases loaded. And now the batter is Carson Kelly. First pitch, and he just misses.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Bases loaded, 1 away. Next pitch in for a strike, and the count 1-1.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground, right side. Cooper to second. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 1-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back here at Fenway Park. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now it's Garrett Cooper up to him. And the pitch. Right through there for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Bounce to the left side. Throw on to Torkelson. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting 6, the designated hitter, Jarren Duran.
Now batting Jarren Duran. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
The lefty fires. Foul ball there. That one missed. That's down and in.
2-2.
The wind to kick the pitch. Breaking ball inside. And it's 3-2. Home team down a run. Bottom half of inning number 2. And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Here's Reese McGuire.
One ball.
And a pitch out, but nothing going on. Duran leads off first with 1 away. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Makes the grab for the second out.
Batting 8, the center fielder, today, Rafaela.
So digging in, Cedane Rafaela. And there's the strike.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
2 outs. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Upstairs.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Step off, throw to first. And he's out. And they got him. That ends the inning. So they go quietly there. We head on down to the top of the third. It's the Tigers 1 and the Red Sox nothing. Back now at Fenway. Leading off, Matt Vierling.
Matt Vierling.
Crawford back to work. Not close with that one. Ball 1. There's the strike. In there at the knees for a strike. Right-hander kicks, deals. Ground ball up the middle. Finds its way through, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's Mark Canham. Fly to left his first time. Squirts away a little bit. And an excellent job keeping it right there. The pitch. And there's a ball.
Well, these Tigers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Runner on the go. Throw there. Safe. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, but hooking foul. Man at second. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Gets a piece and stays alive. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. High fly ball down the left field line. Refsnyder raging back towards the wall. And it's off the green monster. Around third. The throw in. He scores, and they lead by 2.
Well, he really had to battle for that one. Man, that was so fun to watch. Just about got it out of here down the line to left. So I'm sure he wishes he could have put a little more behind it, but he's got to feel good about that missile off the wall.
Riley Green up now for the Tigers. That's in there, and it's 0-1. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Kicks and deals. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. The 1-2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. couldn't catch up to the heater.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Carpenter at the plate and takes high there. Crawford picks over, and he's back in easily. One out and a runner at second. And a foul ball. The 1-1. And another ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
The 2-1. And he pumps in a strike. Runner at second here, 1 gone. In the air to left center. Rafaela on the move. He's got it. Out number 2.
Now batting, the first baseman, Spencer.
And now the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson. And he's already singled in this game. Out towards right center field. Sizing this one up. And makes the grab. And that is that. Tigers grab 1 on this RBI double. And it's 2-zip. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. As we go to the last of the third. Here's a speed threat. Zidane Rafaela. As he turns on the rubber. And with that good live arm delivers. Just missed. Here comes a pitch. Late on that fastball.
1-1.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Rip towards third. Throw on to Torkelson. And a quick out, number 1.
Batting 9, the shortstop, David.
And now it's going to be David Hamilton. Line drive. That's a base hit. So the 1-out hit turns the lineup over.
Waste no time there. Good job getting the foot down so he could catch it out front and pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Grissom in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. The Tigers up by 2 here in the last half of the third. Runner on the move. It's a pitch out. Throw to second. Tag out at second.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Two down, nobody on. Ground ball right side. Keith fires over to first. That is the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 3 innings complete. It's the Tigers 2 and the Red Sox nothing. On to the 4th, and here is Colt Keith.
Coach Keith.
So, Boog, you went to college in this town. What was it like for you being a college student and having the opportunity to bounce over here to Fenway Park and see some games?
Yeah, in fact, 1990, a couple of college classmates and I, we were in college. We bought standing room tickets, and then the next night got a chance to see the Red Sox clinch the East against the White Sox in that sliding catch in the corner by Tom Verdansky. The Red Sox would end up losing to the Oakland A's in the playoffs, but that's one of the things that I'll think about in terms of memories from going to college and going to Fenway. And another ball. On the ground, Cooper. He steps on the bag. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
The shortstop, Andy Ibanez.
Now it's the shortstop, Andy Ibanez. What about the fans at Fenway? Would they let you have it from time to time?
They're definitely intelligent baseball fans, which is awesome. They're not waiting for something to happen. They can smell a big inning or anticipate a situation setting itself up.
Now batting, third baseman. Zach
2 outs, base is empty.
McKinstry.
Now the third baseman, Zach McKinstry. He reached on a walk his first time. And a good eye there.
One thing I found that was very cool was making a great play to end the inning and running off the field and getting a standing ovation, even at times when you're not a player on their team. As long as you're not winning, they will celebrate and applaud a great play on the field. These fans here, they love and respect baseball.
And the right-hander deals. And now it's even up. Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Two outs. And down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Down in order go the Tigers. But they're on top 2-0. Ready to go, bottom 4. And the batter now, Rob
The
Refsnyder.
left fielder, Rob Refsnyder.
And a pitch. Right through there for a strike. And a foul ball. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was
Now
set up
batting,
for it by
third
something off
baseman.
speed earlier in the
Umpire.
at-bat. Just came right after him with 3
Devers.
straight, and he had no answer for it.
Rafael Devers up to hit. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Splits the plate, and that is strike 1.
Yeah, and here's a fun stat on Devers. He's at his best when he's hitting homers and doubles, and by the time he was 26 years old, Devers already had over 150 home runs and more than 200 doubles. He's just the 15th player in baseball history with those kinds of numbers at that age.
Canna hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Up next for the Red Sox, the right fielder, Tyler
Here's a big power threat, Tyler O'Neill.
O'Neill.
He struck out swinging at his first at-bat. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. The Tigers leading by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one fouled off. The pitch. Swings and misses. Struck him out. 1-2-3 go the Red Sox. They're still down. It's 2-0. Back here at Fenway, ready now for the 5th inning. Digging in, Carson Kelly. Kelly measures 6 feet 2 inches, 29 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2012. Ball 1, no strikes. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Number 51, a rookie left-hander, appears to be getting going. Anderson, a right-hander, loosening up as well. The pitch. He was late there. Strike 1.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And that's the first out.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Veerling in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Swing and a bouncer to first, and the first 2 set down to the top of the 5th.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Mark Canha up now for the Tigers. 1 for 2. Two down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a pop-up, foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. And a pitch. Next offering misses down and away. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Tigers are shut down there, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Back here in Boston, we head to the bottom of the 5th. And here's the first baseman, Garrett Cooper. And here it comes. Out front and foul to the left side.
You know, these Red Sox need to bring up the quality of their bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Here's a 1-1. Good eye in that spot.
2-1.
Right through there for a strike. The wind of the pitch. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
That could be a tone setter for the inning. 4 straight pitches and the leadoff batter's on base. We'll see if the next guy waits until there's a called strike before he takes the bat off the shoulder.
So now here's the DH, Jarren Duran. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And there's one away.
The catcher, number 3,
And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Reese McGuire. He's 0 for 1.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
The lefty, the 1-0. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. That's out number 2.
Ball's just not carrying the first tonight.
Now, you would actually say that to your teammate in the dugout.
No, I'm not that cruel. But someone would say it to me, and I'm sure it's probably been said before.
So up next, Cedane Rafaela. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Fought off foul. Fouled off. He was late. Pitch misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And it skips in the dirt.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the...
Well, plays made there, and that retires the side. And the Red Sox leave 1, and they're down 2-0. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, number 51.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Now it's the right fielder, Riley Green. And the pitch. And takes low for ball 1. Action in the pen down there. Number 63 getting ready to go. Weiser also throwing. And the 1-0. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. And that's in the dirt.
1 strike.
That one is upstairs. The pitch stays alive. And so the lefty allows the leadoff free pass.
Leading off for Detroit.
Man at first. Next is the designated hitter, Kerry Carpenter. And that's a strike.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Just off the outside edge. And the count is 1-1. Nobody out. Runner at first. That one catches the zone. And the count is 1-2.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Up next for the Tigers, the first baseman.
And now the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson. Misses inside. And that's ball 1. the belt and fires. That one in there across the letters. Green over at second. Carpenter on at first with nobody out. Pitch is in there, and it's 1-2.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. And next to hit for Detroit, Colt Keith. And there's a foul ball.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
Foul ball there. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Green rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and they lead by 3.
Picks himself up an RBI. You'll often hear the phrase short to it and long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Andy Ibanez, the next to hit. That one is blasted left field towards the monster. On the warning track and hauls it in.
Tried to take on the wind in left field right there. Just a little too much traffic up in the air. Mother Nature won that one. It's hard to say, but I think that might be gone otherwise.
So first and second with 2 outs. And now here is Zach McKinstry. A little bit high, and that is ball 1. First and second, 2 down. And another ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Kicks and fires. Just missed.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if they'll walk you.
Carson Kelly hitting on deck circle. In there at the knees, and it's 3-1. That clips the corner.
3-2.
2 on, 2 outs. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And he deals. And that one hit to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 3-0. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Fenway, ready to go for the last half of the inning. So stepping in for Boston, David Hamilton. Skubal back to work. The shortstop takes the ball.
1-0.
Just missed.
2 balls, no strike.
The wind and the pitch. And a foul ball. Left-hand batter waits. Swing and a foul straight back. Deep drive down the line. Foul ball.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Laced into left. That's a base hit. He forced a lot of pitches to be thrown and ends up collecting a hit.
The batter, number 5.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Now here is Vaughn Grissom. There's a strike.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Runner on the goal. Safe at second with a stolen base. That's to third. Throw on to Torkelson. One away, bottom of the 6th.
Up next for the Red Sox, the left fielder, Rob Refsnyder.
Here's the left fielder, Rob Refsnyder.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
First offering, and it just misses.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Hamilton, the runner at second with one away. Pitch misses there. 2 balls, no strikes. Man at second. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And now the lefty in the air, right field. Green settles under it, snags it for the second out.
Now batting, the third baseman, Rafael Devers.
And here is Devers. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 1.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Swing and a miss. Now 2-1. And misses inside.
3-1.
Man on second, 2 down. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
It feels to me like his time on the mound is running short, starting to show some signs of fatigue. So we'll see how much longer they let him go.
Tyler O'Neill will hit next. He was 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And fouled off. With the tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. He powers that one out of here. And we're starting over. It's 3-3. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. That's just a great feeling as a hitter. You let the ball travel, tracked it pretty nicely. He's almost beat there, but he gets the bat head in time, and it's true enough to stay fair. I mean, that's a good feeling when you can hit an opposite field home run, and he did it right there.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Kelly makes the catch, and that'll do it. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. We're tied now with 3 apiece. Back after this on the show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Number 63.
Now pitching for the Red Sox, number 63, Justin Slayton.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Carson Kelly.
Carson Kelly.
The pitch. That misses. 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
Just missed.
2-0.
And another ball. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
The 3-1. Fouled off down the right side. The pitch. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. McGuire makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
The left fielder, number 8.
And next up for the Tigers, Matt Vierling. 1 for 3. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. There's a strike.
1-1.
Right-handed reliever. Turned on, but foul wide of third. On the ground to first. He'll do it himself. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the 7th fielder, Mark Canha.
Now the number 2 hitter, Mark Canha. And it's fouled away. The wind to kick the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Right-hander kick steals. And that skips in the dirt. All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. Still tied 3-3. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Alex Faedo.
Alex Faedo.
And now
Leading off
Jaron
for the Red
Duran.
Sox,
He's 0 for 1.
the designated hitter, Jaron Duran.
Here comes a pitch. And that one off the outside edge. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Thought that was a no-doubter. I think the wind was holding that in this
The
ballpark.
catcher, number 3,
Here's the catcher, Reese McGuire.
McGuire.
And there's the strike. Tigers bullpen with some action. Will Vest getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Miller getting cranked up as well. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Next pitch is outside. The 1-1 is fouled off. Righty delivers. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Back foot slider ties him up, struck him out. And next for the Red Sox, Cedane Rafaela.
The center fielder, today, Rafaela.
And a foul ball. And the right-hander deals.
No.
In for a strike. 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Two down, nobody on. And that's in the dirt. Ground ball, left side. Throw on to Torkelson. That ends the frame. Nothing doing for Boston. So no change in the score. It's 3-3. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Brennan Bernardino.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
So digging in, Riley Green.
The right fielder, number 31, Riley Green.
The pitch. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0.
No strike.
And the pitch.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
And a pitch. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Next pitch is downstairs. Good eye right there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Kerry Carpenter waiting for a turn at the plate. And a base hit. A leadoff single, and the go-ahead run is aboard.
So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
No outs. Runner at first. Now it's the DH, Kerry Carpenter. That one is absolutely belted. And it hits off the monster. Go-ahead run holds up at third as the ball comes back in. Second and third after the double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there.
I'll tell you, man, it's such a good feeling when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that. I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
A lot riding on this next at bat now as they look to take the lead.
Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order. And up next for Detroit, Colt Keith. Golden opportunity right here.
Well, he came up clutch earlier in this ball game and really just needs to take the same approach. Think hard right back up the middle. In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
That misses. And 1-1. With the go-ahead run at third, and we're in the top of the eighth. On the ground, 2 ball. Takes it to the bag. That's one. Whips it to first on the run. On target. He got him. Nice play.
Now batting, shortstop, Andy Ibanez.
And next to hit for Detroit, Andy Ibanez. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout.
Well, these type of finishes go a long way for a team. They still have to win the game, but it'll mean a lot if they close it out.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Runner holds it third, so even with 2 outs, they didn't risk it.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Here's the third baseman, Zach McKinstry. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
And a curve is down and in.
2 balls, no strike.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Wouldn't chase that time.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Carson Kelly in the on-deck circle. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And that'll load the bases.
A real bad time for a walk. You're trailing in this ball game, trying to keep things close. They've been in a difficult spot, and things aren't getting any easier.
Now here's the Detroit catcher, Carson Kelly. And that one fouled off. And here it comes. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Two outs. On a line. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. So they get one, but end up leaving the bases loaded. Last half of the eighth coming up. Tigers 4 and the Red Sox 3. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Alex Lang.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And the pitch. That one out to right. Green going after it. He's got it, and there's one down.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Grissom in the box now. Takes strike 1. Movement in the bullpen. Andrew Chafin getting loose for A.J. Hinch. On the ground to third, and foul ball. Holding on to a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Rob.
Now the left fielder, Rob Refsnyder. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. That's off the mark. Ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
And that one is lifted in the air. On his way over. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Greg Weisser.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
So the batting order turns over, and here's the Tiger leadoff man, Matt Vierling. And he deals.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Kicks and deals. On the ground, right side. Gathers and throws to first. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Mark Canha.
And next up for the Tigers, Mark Canha. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. There's a swing and a drive, and that's just foul. And that's off the inside edge. Now 1-2. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Rafaela makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Up next for the Tigers.
And now the right fielder, Riley Green.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
Breaking ball through there for a strike. And that's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1 strike.
And that skips in the dirt. That one misses. 3 balls and a strike.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
2 down, nobody on. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to, he's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
And next is the designated hitter, Kerry Carpenter. That one misses. That's 5 straight. Clips the corner, and the count even at 1. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Back there. And it bangs off the monster. Around third. He will score. And they take a 2-run lead in the 9th.
Well done. Drives in the run. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity. Right on top of it.
So up next, Spencer Torkelson. And he swings through that one.
No ball. 1 strike.
Carpenter at second with 2 down. That one finds the zone. That's strike 2. Man at second. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Righty to the plate. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. Tigers grab 1 on this RBI double. It's now a 5-3 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Andrew Chafin.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
3-4-5 due up for the home team. Now it's Devers at the plate.
Rafael Devers.
And a pitch.
Hey, look, we'll see how it factors in. I just can't emphasize how much that insurance run in the top of the 9th means. I mean, just such a big difference mentally when you're chasing 2 runs instead of 1.
Here's the 0-1.
1-1.
Talk about the right guy at the right spot. They really need a rally, and this guy is someone you can believe in to find a way to get on base.
The pitch. To the right side. He takes it on his own. A huge out to start the bottom of the 9th.
Tyler O'Neill.
Tyler O'Neill up next for the Red Sox. He's already homered here in this one. First pitch, and he just misses. Swing and a miss.
1 ball.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
The pitch. Started to go after it. Now a look down to first. No swing. Earl Hendricks with the call. 2-2 now. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Red Sox, the first baseman.
So they're down to their
Garrett
final out. Garrett Cooper
Cooper.
up next for the Red Sox. Right side, and this should do it. On to first, ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
The Red Sox hit stop number 2 on the road trip tonight inside the Lone Stars.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Tigers, 5 runs on 11 hits, no errors. They left 10 runners on base. For the Red Sox, 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. They left 2 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 57 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.